has begun. Casa Amor is here. And Aaron and Kayla, they're cracking. Cordell is exploring as he should. And Serena's over there realizing that she might be fucking up a good thing. But yeah, we're going to get into it. The message started. Casa Amor is here. I had to jump on here. This is my third video of the day. I did a live as well. I've been cranking these out. So please thumbs up the video, y'all. Please do that. Please drop a comment down below. Interact with the video. Share the video. Subscribe if you are new. We on the road to 5K. Let's do that. My birthday is at the end of the month. Let's try and get to 4K by the end of the month. I would love that. So let's try and get there. If not, get there. Let's get close. But yeah, it's Casa more time. Let's go. All right, so we get back from the dumping last night, and Janae is pretty much telling Kenny about Cassidy being upset that nobody had voted for her to stay. Which, again, like I said in my recap earlier today, I don't know why she was upset because you were only there like 2 days. You don't really know them girls. But Nigel is pretty much saying that apparently Kenny had said that Nigel had said that him and Kenny were going to ride for each other. They was going to stick together. That's why Kenny ended up voting for him. But Janae ends up saying that she loves the fact that they both stand on their own words, talking about her and Kenny. And she's happy that they're compatible. Like, she can tell that they are compatible, and they clearly have been voted most compatible. So she's looking at that as something to back her thoughts in regards to them being compatible. Like, the public likes y'all. The public thinks that y'all are compatible, so that's good for her as well. But they have their first kiss. It was pretty slow. It's pretty passionate. It looked like that for me. And they both liked it. Like, Janae liked it. She said it was soft and she's excited. We get Miguel and Leah. They in there kissing in the kitchen. Ain't nothing really to really... Well, like I told y'all, Miguel and Leah, they both are hoes. And when I say they both are hoes, I'm not meaning it in a bad way. They're entertaining hoes. These are the type of hoes that you want on TV. They're probably going to leave Love Island without a couple, and I hope that both of them end up on Love Island games because they're perfect for the show. They're perfect. But they end up kissing in the kitchen because they both are horny. But Serena and Cordell, they go up to Soul Ties. They do this little dance that they done figured out how to do together. And it looked like best friends, two little best friends dancing. Serena ends up saying, okay, it's time to get serious. So we already know she about to say something that I don't believe that she... I personally, when she was doing this, I'm like, she about to say something that she don't even believe herself. But she says she knows she can be hard sometimes, but she's scared to open. She does that because she's scared to open up. And she starts laughing, and then she wants to reassure him that she really, really likes him a lot. I'm like, I don't believe you, Serena. I don't. You're not about to get me. You got me one time. You got me twice. You ain't getting me a third time. But Cordell, of course, lets her know that he likes her too. Duh, we all know that. But Serena gets on her confessional saying like he makes her comfortable to be herself. Like he's taking the time. He's been patient with her. Most dudes would not be that patient with her. That is the truth. Because there's only so much waiting we're going to sit around and do until we figure out it's time to move on. Like, if you're not giving me nothing, if I'm pursuing you super heavy and you're not giving me any indication that you might possibly be interested in me after a certain period of time, I'm moving on. Cordell really likes her, and that's clear that he really likes her because he's still been sitting there dealing with her. But then again, he's in the house, and there's not many other girls in there that I think are actually worth his time, or at least the girls in there that I don't feel like he's actually interested in. So they end up kissing, and it was an actual real kiss this time. It wasn't no peck. They was in there doing what they did in the challenge. But Kendall and Nicole, they're reassuring each other. It's like it's reassurance hour at this point. Everybody is reassuring their couple that they are in it with each other. That's how we knew Casa Amor was coming. I feel like they knew it too because they doing all this reassurance. But Rob and Aaron, they're on the dock. Kayla, well, she's like a Karen. Kayla and Liv are sitting there talking together. Liv lets Kayla know about Rob pulling her to talk, and she's super excited about the fact that Liv and Rob are getting to know each other. Liv says that she thinks that Rob is attractive, and she's trying to act like she's not interested, but Kayla is sitting there encouraging you. She then says, too, like, if anybody has an issue with it, they can suck my asshole. Kayla, ain't nobody scared of you. Ain't nobody scared of you. But they all go to bed. The next morning, the boys are cooking the girls' stuff as usual, like cooking their breakfast and stuff. And the girls are upstairs in the makeup room getting ready for the day. Kayla is sitting there talking about how she's falling in love with Aaron. Aaron apparently had told her too that they should be open, but she's like, no, it's clear. I don't want to be open. I want you. And basically, in my mind, I'm like, it's clear that you're more into him than he is to you. Because if he still wants to be open and you're this deeply invested in him, that's a sign. That's a sign. And later on, the sign, it was plastered. Like it was plastered. But Nicole ends up claiming that she can see herself with Kendall. Like the girls are all starting to say, look, it's starting to get serious here. She's starting to see herself with Kendall. Janae's feeling good about Kenny. Kenny ends up saying that he feels like they're doing good, but he also feels like he would be doing himself a disservice by not getting to know other people. And then Aaron is like I can never say that word, championing it to get to know other people to test their connection. And I don't like that test their connection type of deal. Because if you have something good going on, why do you want to test it? That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. If you're questioning if it could be something good, I feel like it's not good. Because you wouldn't have to question it. Like if it's really that good, you wouldn't have to question it. You wouldn't want to test it. So to me, Aaron, mind your business. Mind your business, because it's clear what you got going on is not as good as you want it to seem to be. Like I said, he's trying to get in the good graces of America, but he done got over there to Casa Amor and started thinking with the wrong head. But Kenny ended up saying, or maybe he didn't think with the wrong head. Maybe he started thinking with the right head, because I don't know how he was dealing with Kayla. That whining, oh my God, I'm about to get into it later on. But Leah starts talking about how she's really liking Miguel upstairs with the girls. Miguel ends up getting a text. The text is about Casa Amor. Rob then gets a text too. They throw a twist in here because this ain't never been done this way. Rob gets a text where they saying essentially you either have a choice to pack up and go to Casa Amor, or you get to stay. So Miguel, with his hoe ass, he immediately gets a sprint. That nigga cracked me up, yo. Like the way he went running in there to go get his damn suitcase outside. That shit blew me. I died laughing. Rob follows shortly behind. Clearly, he forgot about Andrea. But Kenny leaves as well. So he's pretty much saying, like, I spent all my time with Janae. I want to see what else is out here. So he goes next. Aaron, Cordell, and Kendall, they're sitting there trying to find excuses to not go and then try to find excuses to go. Cordell saying, like, he's not going to be kissing no girls, but he's going. Aaron's talking about, like, will you sleep outside with me instead of sleeping inside with the girls, which I think is funny, too, because he wasn't sleeping outside. But Cordell agreed to do that, and they all agreed to go. So every guy is leaving to go to Casa Amor, which I'm glad. I want the mess. Like, I want to see it. But they clearly don't care about them girls. That's what I'm thinking. Because if they really cared like they was claiming they did, they would have stayed there. But I'm glad they didn't for TV purposes. Like, y'all are the messiest season on USA and probably one of the messiest seasons globally. So keep giving us the mess. That's what I want to see. But they head off to Casa Amor. Ariana shows up and she goes up to the makeup room with the girls. She tells them to go to the fire pit. They're nervous, obviously. She then lets them know that the boys are at Casa Amor. So they're like, oh, shit, here we go. She then lets them know, which I'm glad she did. I'm glad the producers are messy this season, and I love it. I love it. Ariana tells them they had the choice to either stay or go. She goes down the line. Serena says, like, if Cordell couples up with another girl, nobody in that house is gonna want to see the Serena she about to pull out of her ass. And I'm pretty sure she about to be a mega bitch, which I can't wait to see this. But Kayla ass start crying. Here we go. This is the first of many times she cried because Aaron went to Casa Amor. And it's like, yeah, he basically told her that, at least from what happened in the scene that we saw yesterday, he pretty much kind of told her without telling her that he was possibly falling for her, which we all know was bullshit, but she was the one that didn't know it. But then again, like she said earlier in the scene, that he basically told her that he wanted that we should be open. So is he really falling for you? Because if he's really falling for you, he wouldn't want to be open. But she starts crying. I'm like, you should have known better because he is playing the game like I've been saying. But Ariana lets him know that they're going to be joined by 6 boys and they're going to have a pool party. So the girls get up, they start dancing. They're excited now that they're going to have a pool party and the new boys are coming. At Casa Amor, the boys end up arriving at Casa Amor. They love the place. It does look nice. Miguel is ready to get to know these girls with his hoe ass. I'm gonna keep calling him his hoe ass, but Miguel is entertaining. He is entertaining. But Aaron is talking about how it would be an injustice for him to not stay open. True, because you really don't want to know Kayla. Let's keep it real. And Kendall is talking about how he has not, or talking about how Aaron and Kayla have not yet been fully tested, which is true. And he's saying, so this is a good thing. Kendall then talks about how him and Nicole, like Nicole hasn't even gotten a chance to sweat with him talking to other girls because he hasn't in the villa. And I'm like, yeah, because you ain't had nobody in it to talk to. They didn't want to talk to you. But he wants to test their connection, which I'm like, at this point, have your cake and eat it too, because she did that to you. She tested y'all's connection, so you go ahead and do the same thing. And he's saying like it would be he would be doing himself a disservice if he didn't stay open in Casa Amor. I said, I'm glad you finally realize it. So and stop being goofy. Like actually be a real man. Actually show up and show out. Like don't be insecure. Be secure in who you are. Like go out there and literally like put your best foot forward. Let these girls know who you are. But Destiny, we get to meet the new girls. Destiny comes in. Well, first off, Rip. New girls that caught my eye, Sierra and Daya. And Destiny. Those three were the three. Beautiful. Destiny claims all eyes are typically on her. The guys typically run to her. Sierra, beautiful. She said that she thinks it's going to be difficult for them to turn her down. I think so as well. Sydney is, out of all the girls, she the corniest looking one to me. She got an interesting face. Catherine, she's looking for somebody who can keep up with her sex drive, which I find quite interesting. I'm like, that's the one thing you want to talk about, but okay, that's a big part of the relationship. I'm not gonna lie to you. Personality and getting along, that is, but you are not sexually attracted to your partner. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Daya, she's coming in for Cordell. She's pretty as hell. And I'm like, Cordell, you better entertain it. You better entertain her because she's coming in hot for you. Serena ain't been hot for you. So you better entertain the girl that's hot for you. But Daniela, who she's a Latina, she speaks Spanish. So they get in there and they greet the boys. Miguel being funny. He said the girls in the house are gorgeous, but the girls in the villa are my type of gorgeous. I was like, this nigga is crazy. But they start introducing themselves to the boys. Aaron ends up getting a text, pretty much letting them know that they're going to have a pool party as well. So the girls go upstairs to the makeup room getting ready. The boys go to get ready. The girls are talking about how good looking the dudes are. Dudes are doing the same thing about them. Sydney is aggravating as fuck. Oh shit, these guys are hot. It's just the way she talks. Talking, and then she said too, the kitty, what did she say? The kitty or the vag or whatever she was saying. She kept saying it. I'm like, we get it. We get it. You hot. We know you hot down there. That thing is wet. We know. We know. But Destiny, she Destiny, okay, Destiny and Daya. What? Daya's got Cordell. Destiny and Daya got Cordell and Kenny's attention. Okay, that's what I was saying. I'm like, what the fuck did I write? Destiny and Daya got Cordell and Kenny's attention. Daya is wanting Cordell, as I just said. She said she caught him catching and giving her eyes. So it's clearly a connection going on between the two of them. Most of the girls end up liking Kendall. They're like, he looks good. So Kendall got some options. Like, go ahead and run that game. Let's try and run that game. But Kenny ends up saying that he doesn't know if anybody can match Janae's bubbliness, which I don't disagree with you. I feel like seeing her thinking about it after watching the first episode, Janae is definitely the most vibely. Like she's exciting to be around. Like she's beautiful and then she's exciting to be around. She got a good personality. But the boys know that Miguel is gonna be in trouble. They basically saying like, Miguel, you're gonna be able to work your magic over here. And I feel like he is. Miguel knows what to do. But back at the villa, Serena is saying if Cordell comes back with a bitch, she gonna be sick. I'm like, it's so interesting now that Serena doesn't have Cordell in her face. She's now missing him. She's now starting to realize that she might actually like him. But Serena says that once she starts liking a guy, she's hell. Like, it's hard. Like, once you really start liking him, then it's hard to detach from him, which is why she's taking it slow and she takes stuff slow. So she misses him now. So the new boys arrive to the villa. Jacoby is the first dude. He said he ain't coming to play. Jacoby, I feel like Jacoby and Janae would be good. Off rip, I thought him and Serena, but we'll get to it later on. Kane is from Britain. We still got more and more people that are not USA. I don't have no issue with foreigners. Please don't take offense to it. But like, come on. Come on. This is Love Island USA. And Kane was he was so hard to understand. When I was trying to jot these notes down, hard to understand. Ignacio, he's Latina. I don't know where he's from. I don't think they divulged that, but it's clear Spanish is his first language. Josiah, Johnny 2.0, boy. Johnny 2.0. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. George and Jalen. We got a lot of like with these dudes over here, it's a lot of diversity, which is good. You got a clear, straight black boy, like pure black, just black, 100%. In Jacoby. And then you got Kane, who is from Britain. And then you got Ignacio, who is clearly Hispanic. Josiah, who looks like he is black and Spanish. And then you got George, who is Asian. And then you got Jalen, who I think could be either Asian or Hispanic as well. So it's very diverse. Love Island kills it when it comes to the diversity. But they arrive to the villa. Leah's face cracked me up. Jaw dropped. She's excited as fuck. Ho. She talking about she can't even pick one. She said they all look good. I'm like, it's about to get messy. So the girls end up going down to greet the boys. Serena's sitting there talking about how they all look good, but they don't look like her man. She's now claiming Cordell as her man. I'm like, okay, interesting. Kayla's annoying ass voice. She's doing the toast. I'm like, why does she have to be the one to do it? But they sit down and introduce themselves as well. They get the bottles popping. They start dancing at the pool. Both parties are going on at the same time. They all mingling. At this point, I'm seeing Josiah and Janae. I'm seeing Miguel and Sierra. You see Aaron with, what's her name? Daniela. It's a lot going on. Is her name Daniela? Is her name Daniela? Yeah, it is Daniela. Okay. But they're all mingling and stuff, dancing and stuff. And then it kind of dies down a little bit. Everybody goes into her own little areas, talking and getting to know each other. Sierra and Miguel, on paper, this made so much sense. It's so much sense. They look like they would have literally gravitated towards each other, and that's exactly what happened. Sierra asked him about the situation with him and Leah. He's like, she's beautiful, but I'm not entirely invested. Player is playing. Like we knew the minute he got over there, he was gonna do this, and he is doing it. He is not disappointing. But he tells Sierra that she excites him because she's like, "Are you nervous? Do I make you nervous?" Like she can handle him, which is gonna be interesting to see because he's a player, but it looks like she's the type that can really handle that. And he was like, yeah, you excite me. You don't make me nervous, but you get me excited. And he says that he's never been he said that he feels like she's a relationship type of person. She said she ain't ever been in a long-term relationship, and he said that he has not either. She said, shut the fuck up. The way she said that made me die laughing. I don't know why, but it did. But Ignacio and Leah, they're talking. To me, this is giving friendship vibe. Aaron and Daniela, they're speaking in Spanish. They're starting to kind of realize that they have a lot in common. Daniela has lost her mom. She lost her mother when she was 10 years old. She was from Puerto Rico, moved to Florida when she was 10. She talks about how her mom is her guardian angel and led her here, which that's interesting. But Aaron's talking about how he almost cried when she said it. I said, you a liar. You ain't about to cry. Stop playing. But they start connecting also on the fact that they at one point were vegans. I know Aaron said that he is a vegan, but she said at one point she was for like 2 years. But Kayla is back at the house telling Janae and Liv that she misses Aaron, and she asked them like if they think that he's out there flirting with other bitches. And they like, no. Meanwhile, he over there hugging up on Daniela, like giving her multiple hugs. I said, uh-oh, here we go. But Nicole ends up pulling Kane. He tells her that she was kind of standoffish, which is why he didn't really pull her. Because, like, at this point, she was giving off a vibe that she might not even wanted to be approached. But then he also says, like, it's also because you kind of remind me of my ex. You look like her. She says on paper, like, that's her type. She's attracted to him. I think, I might be wrong, but I think he said he's an electrical engineer. I literally rewound it back numerous times. I could not make out what he was saying. But she likes the fact that he's smart. He's got a lot going on. Dia and Cordell start talking. She tells him that you were my day one. Like day one, if I was here day one, you wouldn't have been sitting there by yourself. She pretty much laying it on thick. Like, I'm here for you. Dia then says that he needs somebody who reciprocates his energy, and he hasn't had that in the house. She ain't lying. And he was the first person that she was attracted to. She then says that she doesn't want to come across too forward, but he's saying like I like it because I'm straightforward too. I'm like, you better entertain it, you better enjoy it. But he then starts talking about how he misses Serena, but he's not going to block potential. I said, good. Get to know this girl and realize at the end of this, if you want to actually really pursue her, which I think you should bring her back to the house. Bring her back to the house. But back at the villa, Janae ends up pulling Josiah and they go sit down. This is an interesting conversation. The red flag shot up. But he's pretty much letting her know that and the way he said this and then what he said later, I'm like, it's clear you know what you're doing with Johnny. He was saying everything that he knew that she wanted to hear. He said he don't want his wife having to work. He enjoys and takes pride in working hard for everything so that he can do the providing, which I agree. I mean, I feel like as a man, you should want to provide for your wife. You should want to provide for your family. You shouldn't want your wife to really have to do or want anything. That's the way I feel. But she asked, why are you single? Like she's saying, you saying all this, or why are you single? And he says he was in a relationship with two people. I said, say what now? In a relationship with two people at the same time. Janae's mouth dropped. She said, what you mean by that? He said he was in a relationship with two girls at once. She said, did they know? He said, no, they didn't know. I was like, at least you're being honest, but red flag, Janae, don't you overlook it, because you've been doing good when it comes to red flag. She has not overlooked a red flag yet. But he pretty much said, I was trying to have my cake and eat it too. He was being straightforward and he was being honest, so I can't knock him for that. But that is Johnny. He might be being honest with you, but that tells you everything you need to know. It will happen again, and it can happen again. Janae gets in her confessionals and said that was a big red flag. I said, good, she caught it. She caught it. But they all start getting ready for the night. They have fireworks at Casa Amor, and the villa can see the fireworks and realize that's the villa. That's the Casa Amor over there. Serena pissed off about it. Because she like, damn, why we couldn't get none? Like, I thought it was crazy, though. They have fireworks over there, but not at the villa. But Rob and Destiny go and sit down and have a conversation. And Destiny loves fashion. Rob starts talking about how his family makes fun of the way he dresses and the shit that he wears. I wonder why. Like, you wear them same overalls every fucking day, damn near. But Destiny is claiming that she loved his overalls. I'm like, Destiny, it's clear you really like him because you lying. Like, stop lying. But she said that she's used to guys chasing her, and Rob is like he's a tough cookie to crack. And she finds it interesting and finds him even more interesting and wanting to get to know more about him because she's not used to that, which I understand. I understand. Like the difference, like when you're so used to getting something and then you might actually really like somebody and you're not getting the same. It is interesting. You kind of want that challenge. You kind of want to see like, why the fuck are you not giving me the energy that I normally get? Let me try and get you to give it to me. So I see where she's coming from with that. But she said he's hard to read. But Janae and Jacoby, they go and have a conversation. I'm like, good. Janae got off Josiah quick and got to move. And I said, good. Jacoby pretty much asked her how her and Kenny are doing. She talks about how she wants a man that matches her long-term energy. And he pretty much says like he ain't ever met somebody who matches that. Like he wants somebody that's super ambitious and matches the type of shit that he's on. And she loved it because she's like, damn, like we literally are on the same page. They're connecting, have a lot of common ground. She said that on paper, she would go out, she like outside in the real world, she would go for him. And Jacoby said that she caught his eye. I said, okay, Janae got some options. And this would be a good one. Because I feel like Jacoby's being genuine with her. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. And y'all know, I root for the blacks. I'm black. I root for black people. And I root for the black love. So hopefully this one's a good one. So it's time to get messy. They start playing spin the bottle. And the rules are they spin the bottle. When it lands on an islander, they have to pick the top card, read it out loud, and then act out the dare. So Sydney and Aaron, they're the first because they have to kiss the islander that you want to get to know better. Sydney ends up kissing Aaron. It's aggressive as fuck. Liv had the same question back at the villa, and she ends up going for Kane. Liv spins it, and it lands on Kaylor. She has to do a three-way kiss with two islanders that she thinks is the hottest. She ends up pulling Leah and Jalen. They got to work. Rob on the other end ends up pulling Destiny and Daniela. Of course, he chose Destiny, though. But the bottle ends up landing on Serena. She has to kiss the islander that's most her type on paper. And I was like, she's about to go for Jacoby. That was my thought. She goes for Kane. I said, what? I thought she was gonna go for Jacoby, especially considering like the way she immediately went to Corey. Damn, I almost forgot. It's been so long since Corey been on TV. The way she went for Corey on the first episode, I'm like, okay, I think she would go for that, but maybe she switched it up. She said her type on paper is the man that wants her and is attractive. I said, what? Because Cordell has always wanted you. Clearly, you don't find him attractive though. But Kenny ends up having the same question. He went for Sierra. He loves Sierra. He said she was beautiful, which she is. He loved the kiss. They was kissing. Ignacio goes. He has to pick two islanders to kiss and then rate each kiss from 1 to 10. He kisses Leah super aggressively, gave her 9 kisses. Kayla super aggressively, gave her 10. I was like, wow. And he said, I don't care that she got a strong connection with Aaron. I said, good. Bring the mess. Bring the mess. But Miguel ends up getting the same question, of course. I feel like they cherry picked that for him. He goes over there and picks Destiny and, of course, Sierra. He said they both tens. Both tens. I said, this nigga is crazy. He is enjoying himself. But Josiah goes up next. He has to suck the fingers of the Islanders that he wants to turn on most. Catherine has to do the same. She goes over there and sucks Kendall's, and Josiah's over there sucking Janae's, and Janae cracked the fuck out of me. Like, she cracked me up in that confessional. She said, like, look at my fingernails. He sucked my nails off, and she was lying. But they spin the bottle again. It lands on Destiny. She ends up having to. This was the hard one. I was trying to figure out what they were saying. She had to tell the Islander who's her biggest competition. So she has to kiss the person who she wanted to, and then say who was the biggest competition for them. I think. But she goes and sits on Rob, sits on him, and starts tonguing him down, and he loved every bit of it. Andrea, I'm gonna keep saying it every time he does something. I'm gonna keep saying it because she been out here, Andrea. And I thought they were. For some reason, I saw someone on Twitter that said that she might end up being a Casa Amor, so I thought she would end up being here just for a twist. It would make sense because they've been so messy this season. I would not be shocked. But Cordell ends up kissing Daya. She got on top of him. They was at it. The whole Casa Amor was up there applauding, like, yes, get it. And he loved the kiss. She was biting on his lips. She liked everything, and he liked everything about it. Destiny ends up saying that her biggest competition was Daniela. The next one, they have to close their eyes and let the two Islanders who they think are the hottest kiss you, and then you have to guess who it is. These games, they killing the games this season. But Jalen says that Kayla and Nicole. Nicole goes first. Daniela goes with Aaron first. Aaron that nigga was excited. Like the aggression he put in these kids. I ain't never seen him kiss Kayla like this. And that nigga was excited when Daniela got over there. But Kayla goes next on Jalen, and she putting in the work too. I was shocked. But then as soon as she finishes, she sits down and she's immediately regretting it, saying, I don't think Aaron's doing this. And she's sitting there whining and crying. Meanwhile, Aaron over there getting his life. He over there cutting up. Cutting up. And she's sitting over here crying. Like, be for real. You the only one over here crying. But after the game, Serena and Kayla go and sit down. I said, this is the first time I've seen them ever have a conversation. They're both worried about Cordell and Aaron about what they're doing. Serena's talking about how she misses Cordell so much. I'm like, it's so interesting now. Now you miss him. But Daya is over there pretty much asking for a tour of the villa with Cordell. She's applying pressure. She pretty much asked him, like, what bed are we sleeping in tonight? And he's sitting there looking at her. She's like, I'm asking you, but I'm really telling you. Like, you pick a bed. Which one are we sleeping in tonight? I said, uh-oh. Cordell, you in trouble. But he starts talking about how he's still thinking about Serena, and it's going to take a lot to get his head to turn. I said, really? Really? We get to it. But Serena's talking about how she loves that he's been so patient with her. She doesn't think that she'll ever find out outside. Says that she's hoping and thinking and hoping that he's pretty much thinking about her because she misses him. But Cordell is sitting over there. They're like in the bathroom at this point. And Daya's walking around, prancing around, getting ready to apply that pressure. She's putting on lip gloss. He's asking for some Carmex. And they start tonguing each other down. I said, uh-oh, Serena, uh-oh. But Kayla's ass is over there fucking whining. Oh my God, I skipped it. Aaron is over there with Daniela. They're in what looks to be like the Villas version, the Casa Amor version of Soul Ties. And they just in there vibing, and she's talking about how their kiss was was her favorite, and they start flirting, giving each other company eyes. Serena ends up telling Kayla like he ain't gonna kiss, pretty much telling Kayla that Aaron's not gonna kiss anybody outside of the challenge. She feels like he's not gonna kiss anybody out of the challenge. I said, please be for real. And then Kayla starts fucking crying again. I said, I want to off myself. Like, shut up. She is so aggravating. But tomorrow, Aaron and Daniela, they getting wild in the bed. He didn't stay true to his word. He said that he was going to be sleeping outside. First night, he already in the bed with Daniela. Serena's crying because apparently she's really missing Cordell, which is interesting. It's really interesting. Maybe she don't caught feelings for real. But she ain't get me yet. I don't trust her yet. But Cordell and Daya, they kissing, and Aaron and Daniela are literally aggressively going at it. But that's Casa Amor, episode 1. We got more tomorrow. I'll be back. Let me know y'all's thoughts. Drop it down below. Please thumbs up the video if you have not already. Before you click off this video, hit that thumbs up button. Drop a comment. Share the video. Do that. And if you're new, subscribe. Because I'm going to be here. We on the road to 5K. Okay? Bye.